While Rip and Casey throw hands in the middle of nowhere to start episode 6, John and Monica have a much calmer discussion back at the ranch. Monica would like to know why John brands his cowboys, and he explains by saying that it is a symbol of the second chance he has given to them, because most branded men are former criminals. But unlike these criminals, John branded Casey because he didn't listen to his father regarding Monica. John wanted two things: for Casey not to marry Monica and for her not to have the baby, Tate. Monica is glad that John is honest, but this information understandably bothers her, which is why she refuses John's offer of staying at the ranch. Monica and Tate head to the res school, where Tate reveals his desire to move to the ranch, but Monica isn't having any of it, and then a fight breaks out outside the school. Monica intervenes and one of the students accidentally punches Monica in the head and she falls to the ground. Remember, John offered her a way out of this school, but she chose to stay, and as the saying goes, no good deed goes unpunished. Monica seems to be fine when Casey arrives at the school. The nurse takes care of her and she's able to speak, but obviously she should have been taken to the hospital to see if she's got a concussion or any other brain injury. Instead, Monica, Tate, and Casey go home, and after a while, Monica collapses and Casey performs CPR on her. Her situation does not look good. The state government buildings in the city of Helena are busy as Governor Perry hosts Beth and Jamie to discuss their political futures. Beth makes it clear that she has a problem with Perry sleeping with John, and Beth threatens Perry to put a stop to it, but both of them stand their grounds, so no progress is made. Jamie will run as an independent for the Attorney General's office, but this subject gets brushed aside when Perry mentions John's cancer to Jamie. Jamie had no idea that his father had cancer, so he immediately rushes out of the room to confront his father back at the ranch. John dismisses Beth and Jamie's concerns and tells them to focus on the task at hand. Perry, in the meantime, thinks about who could replace John as the livestock commissioner. Perry and John might be sleeping together and they might be allies in some regards, but Perry is just a classic politician. She's ready to sell out anybody for her own benefit. Rainwater is busy looking for land to buy that neighbors the Yellowstone ranch, but there are infrastructure issues such as no power. Plus, there's no water because John rerouted the river to slow down Jenkins's Paradise Valley expansion plans. Rainwater knows it'll cost a lot to get water and power to these pieces of land, but he doesn't care. He's ready to spend millions in order to enact his plan of buying back every single piece of land on this valley. Jenkins' corporate fixer, Melody, arrives in Montana and she suggests finding someone that could replace John as the livestock commissioner. She also knows that they can't defeat John in one fell swoop, so her plan is to attack the Duttons on multiple fronts. Rainwater is nearby when this conversation takes place, so he steps up to the plate and tells Jenkins to use him as the face of this attack against John. Rainwater will get a piece of Jenkins's land to build his casino and hotel, and in exchange, Rainwater will give Jenkins a power source for his subdivision plans, so Rainwater will build the infrastructure needed for Paradise Valley in exchange for some land. Melody is rightly cautious about this proposal, but Jenkins is way too enthusiastic and shakes Rainwater's hand to seal the deal. That decision will come back to bite Jenkins because he's not allowing his fixer to evaluate the situation to its fullest extent. So we've got Rainwater and Jenkins working together, Perry going behind John's back to replace him as the commish, the Dutton kids dissatisfied with their father, and if all that wasn't enough, there's a journalist in town who John encounters on the river, and she will take an interest in covering the Dutton family. Well, what did you think about episode 6? Leave your comments down below, like this video if you've enjoyed this breakdown, and subscribe for more movie reviews and TV show breakdowns. That's it for now, take care and see you in the next video.